vaccine. For full prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit abrisbo.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, your home for Thursday night football. KTFM Floresville. KTFM Floresville. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Hey, the Spurs got a win night last night, and Wemby, well, he was the second fastest to reach a triple-double. Took him just 21 minutes. Cowboys kicker Brandon Aubrey was named the NFC Special Teams Player of the Week, while Texans cornerback Derek Stingley Jr. was the AFC's Defensive Player of the Month. And the coaching changes keep coming as Bill Belichick and the Patriots are mutually parting ways. More coming up on Extra Innings with Pleasure.
This is Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That ball is history. A walk-off home run.
And it's going to be legendary.
Insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pleasure. Now, here's Pledge.
Welcome into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. However you may be listening, thanks for joining me this evening. Even if you're listening on our YouTube channel, go check it out. YouTube, search SA Sports Star, subscribe, like. You can comment along with the show, or you can just call in the old-fashioned way at 210-656-ESPN. That is 210-656-3776. Tons to get to today, including just, God, so much in the coaching world. Already in on the YouTube chat, Goldfinger123 says he's surprised that I didn't get Texans playoff tickets. It's a playoff game at home. Dude, I would love to. I'd love to go to my first Texans home playoff game. That would be insane. But I've got a remote on Sunday. Come join me for the Cowboys pregame party, 1 to 3 out at the Twin Peaks at Park North. I'm going to have Zach Sabbath tickets and all kinds of stuff. So come on out, Twin Peaks, Park North. I will be there from 1 to 3. And let's face it, once 3 comes, I'm probably going to order a beer and some food, hang around for a little bit. So let's talk it out. Hopefully, and fingers crossed, it's not like it's going to be in Kansas City this weekend. But I'm really hoping, I know next year that I get a chance for my best friend is a Chiefs fan from high school. And I go see him in Houston all the time. We go to all the games in Houston. They're Texans Chiefs games usually. Never been to Arrowhead. I kind of want to go to a Chiefs game in Arrowhead when they take on the Texans. And if weird things happen and the Texans happen to face the Chiefs up in Arrowhead, I'd like to splurge on that. I think that would be the worthy gift for me. That is cart way in front of the horse. Browns are a formidable matchup in and of themselves. Chiefs are going to have their hands full with the Dolphins. But if the stars aligned, that would be incredible for me. And I'd like to keep some money aside for that just in case. But Arrowhead's not going to be a friendly place this weekend for the Dolphins. We'll get into everything that's going on in the NFL. Stephen Jones joined the Blitz a little bit earlier. I'll let you hear that a little bit later in the show as well. And the Cowboys and Packers. I know not a lot is being built up about this game, but should the Cowboys have a very appropriate fear? I'll explain what I mean coming up a little bit later, but the coaching carousel in the NFL and in college football is mind-blowing right now. Roughly a quarter of the league is available right now. There are 8 openings now with Bill Belichick mutually parting ways, air quotes. Wow. That job, they're saying Jermayo, Brian Flores and Mike Vrabel are the top of the list candidates there. Whew. I get it. Jared Mayo's been a hot name in recent years. He is up and coming. He is young, and maybe the younger, more recently played player relates better to the players right now. D'Amico Ryans is doing it currently in Houston, just closer to the game. Mike McDaniels, younger guy, relates to the players. Sean McVay. I look at that job, the possibility that Diana Rossini that says Atlanta and Bill Belichick, which, if true, wow, all those weapons, but who does he have at quarterback? Like, Atlanta's in the same conundrum that just with more weapons around him, but no quarterback. I mean, it's the same conundrum he entered that he had is just the cupboard's a little bit fuller. And think about it. Tom Brady, he probably has one more Super Bowl if he doesn't blow out his knee early that year, because Matt Castle led that team to 11 wins and missed the playoffs. And we all saw what Matt Castle was post all that. Yeah, I mean, that's Randy Moss, that's Wes Welker, that's Dante Stallworth. That is a defense that was loaded for bear. There's a reason they won 11 games despite Tom Brady not being there. And I'm not quite sure it was because Matt Castle was a great quarterback. Now, he parlayed it into great quarterback money, got on the franchise tag, got traded first round picks, ends up in Kansas City of all places. But Belichick probably needs a quarterback. I think with the defense that is there, the talent that is there, and the quarterback that is there, all he has to do is get coordinators around in Los Angeles. But maybe Los Angeles is for Jim Harbaugh, because that job, not open yet, could potentially become open, though. And then you have what is going to go on at Alabama. Dan Lanning says no today, but for how long? Frank Mateo on our YouTube live feed says, what about Justin Fields in Atlanta? That would be intriguing. That would make Atlanta scary in the AFC South, or NFC South, excuse me. That is a great thought. He is from the area, went to Georgia before transferring to Ohio State. It makes a lot of sense. You can connect some dots. They need it. And if Chicago decides to pull the plug, you better hope whichever quarterback you fell in love with, whether it's Drake May or Caleb Williams, is right. Because Chicago seems to be pointing in the right direction. And I can tell you Justin Fields is knocking on the door of being a top 12 quarterback right now. He's in his third year, and that arrow's still pointing up for him. If you punt on a quarterback with his arrow still pointing up as he is progressively getting better year by year, that next guy better come in and kill it. Because we've seen a lot of instances, Zach Wilson, Ryan Leaf, Jamarcus Russell, Zach Wilson. I mean, think about it. That Zach Wilson draft, you can argue, even with Trevor Lawrence, that Justin Fields may be the best quarterback of that class. Mac Jones isn't. Trey Lance isn't. Zach Wilson isn't. It's between Trevor and Justin. And I can make an argument for each. But if you've got a guy that's up there, there aren't a lot of those guys in the league. So if you're moving on from them, you better be damn sure about the other one. Which is why Chicago is the most fascinating offseason to me to keep an eye on. I am just intrigued as hell to see how that will play out. Fabio Real on my YouTube live feed says, hey, Pledge, gonna make the Texans game on Saturday? I wish, but no. I'm gonna watch it from my couch like a lot of other people in the area. I wish I was going. I'm not, but my heart is there, and hopefully they keep continuing advancing and giving me opportunities to go to a playoff game. That's all I'll say on that for now. Upsets, things that could happen along the way. It's all going to be a very interesting thing to watch as it unfolds. The perfect coaching candidates with the right teams, it is a game of Jenga, it feels like right now. Because every time a coach comes out from one peg, you're worried about the topple effect and what that could cause. What did Nick Saban's retirement mean? Well, possibly Dan Lanning, possibly Steve Sarkisian. Steve Sarkisian could possibly mean Arch Manning goes with them because it feels like he's tied to the coach, not the program, more so than anything. All of these things feel interconnected in a way, and Bill Belichick leaving with Vrabel leaving before it feels like it's an opening for that. Pete Carroll going in Seattle, that could be Dan Quinn. Like, all of these things are very interesting. And then you have Bobby Slowick, first year offensive coordinator for the Houston Texans. What he's done with CJ Stroud and that offense. And he is being mentioned with 4 teams already. 4 teams have requested interviews. The Washington Commanders, the Carolina Panthers, the Atlanta Falcons, and the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee would be the worst case scenario. But all of it's worst case scenario because Bobby Slowick's 1 year. 1 year. You would like a little bit of consistency and continuity with your rookie quarterback. You don't want to have him having a different voice in his ear year after year after year. But when you're a really good quarterback, that's one of the pitfalls of having a great quarterback. The great quarterback leads to a great offense. The great offense usually leads to the coordinator getting a job somewhere. You hope you can stave it off for a year or two, the way Ben Johnson has with Detroit as he awaits the perfect opportunity. But yeah, Bobby Slowick's name, Texans offensive coordinator, being mentioned, being requested by teams for head coaching interviews. And it seems like Tennessee and Atlanta and Washington are very serious about it. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. Speaking of sasportstar.com, do not forget, go sign up for our new year, new cash promotion. That's right. You just sign up at sasportstar.com and you could win $2,024. Perfect way to kick off 2024 with cash. $2,024 to be precise. Go sign up at sasportstar.com and you could start off the new year with a nice little bankroll in your pocket. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. When we come back, the Dallas Cowboys, it feels like Green Bay, especially being the 8th seed, especially with the Cowboys being at home and getting home field to which they play completely night and day from on the road. It feels like this game is being overlooked in a sense, but should there be more cause for concern for the 8th-seeded Green Bay Packers as they roll into Dallas this weekend on Sunday? I'll lay out my case if there should be a little bit more of a heightened concern when we continue on the Blitz, or on Extra Innings with Pledger, right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM and sasportstar.com.
The professional football playoffs are here.
Out of the gun, back to Dak. Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
14 teams with only one goal in sight. The big game in Las Vegas. Presented by Flight by Yingling. Hear it on your exclusive home. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Get the home field advantage every time with Fairfield by Marriott, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Whether you're a student athlete working toward your championship dreams or your team's biggest fan, Fairfield by Marriott has everything you need to get ready for game day. From comfortable guest rooms to complimentary hot breakfast, Fairfield is part of the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio of hotels and official hotel partner of the NCAA. Visit fairfield.marriott.com to book your next game day stay.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. With the NBA season in full swing, you want in on the action? Go download the Underdog Fantasy app and start playing the Pick'em game, which is a ton of fun to play. It is fantasy, but you can win real cash money, and it is legal in Texas. Pick between 2 and 5 players to build your Pick'em entry, and all you have to do is select whether they will be higher or lower on their stats. If your picks hit, you can win up to 100 times your money. It certainly makes watching our local basketball team or your favorite players a lot more interesting. Underdog is super easy to play and get started. Download the easy-to-use mobile app or go to UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up with my promo code STAR, and Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. A special pick of higher than half a total yard to use on your first Pick'em entry. Must be over 18 and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or go to ncpgambling.org.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancer pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax. Touchdown! A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax, 100% natural male enhancement formulas, only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
It's a new month. It's a new year. That means for my poker playing listeners, it's a new opportunity for you to head out to San Antonio Card House, the premier card house in all of San Antonio at 281 and Bitters. Why? Because it's the 2024 kickoff. That's right, $75,000 guaranteed. 3-day event, January 11th through January 14th. Plenty of opportunities to win a guaranteed seat. You got your day 1 blinds at 20 minimums. You got your day 2 blinds at 30 minimums. And don't forget, the day before the tournament starts, Wednesday, January 10th, that's my day. That's the free roll day. I love me some good old free roll because, I'm just now getting started. I'm just now learning, and that's a great opportunity for you to do the same. And don't forget, it's a hop, skip, and a jump just to walk right across from your table and hit up Foster's Bar and Grill. They got 3 fantastic chefs. They're always changing the menu, and they got a full bar as well. That's right, the 2024 kickoff, $75,000 guaranteed. Check it all out for yourself at sacardhouse.com.
Joe Reinagel here. I want to tell you about something that has completely changed my life. I had vision correction surgery at Parkhurst New Vision. The results are amazing. The readers are a thing of the past. Hey, if you're like me and tired of those glasses, call Parkhurst New Vision at 210-585-2020. They offer a variety of services like vision correction surgery. So call Parkhurst New Vision, 210-585-2020, or get them online at sanantoniolasik.com.
The Aggies play here. This is Andrew Monaco, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports.
I know there are a lot of Cowboy fans out there. How confident are you this weekend as you go into this game against the Green Bay Packers? Because a lot that I've talked to have basically been looking past this game. Because it's at home, It's over. I get it. They're night and day difference on home and road. But let me at least lay the other side of the argument out. After a rough start, Green Bay has played a lot better. They have been without Aaron Jones for most of the season. Aaron Jones has gotten hot of late. Over 300 yards the last 3 games. Running extremely well. And as a matter of fact, he runs extremely well against the Dallas Cowboys. In 3 games, he has over 300 yards, 370. So a little over 120 yards a game. 2 touchdowns a game on about 20 carries a game. In 3 meetings against the Cowboys. And he's undefeated against them as well. Not just Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones is as well. I understand Jordan Love is not Aaron Rodgers. But he has played well, comparable to Dax. They're not Dax. Don't get it twisted. Dak's a legitimate MVP candidate. But for a first year starting, his numbers are extremely impressive. And let's not forget, Aaron Jones helps to set the tempo on offense. It is Matt LaFleur, who is the head coach, who comes from the Kyle Shanahan tree, which has been a problem in the past for the Dallas Cowboys. The Packers, albeit with Aaron Rodgers, 9-1 in their last 10 meetings against the Dallas Cowboys. Where I will give Cowboy fans some hope, earlier in the season, Dak Prescott was terrible against zone. Packers like to run a lot of zone defense. Dak was, prior to week 7, which, right around the time the Eagles and 49ers is right in that area of the season. Prior to week 7, he had no touchdowns and 3 interceptions against zone coverage. But he has since exploded against zone coverage. Zone coverage, he thrives. He has over 10 touchdowns and has not thrown an interception when dealing in zone coverages. That is impressive for him to be able to flip the switch on coverages like that. This game is going to be dictated, I think, by Dallas's defense. Their offense will put up points. Green Bay's can put up points. But will Green Bay control the tempo by using Aaron Jones and him running wild, and that defense just not being able to stop the run, which has been an issue at times? Not all year. They've done good against the run. And let's face it, I talked about the Shanahan tree. One thing the Cowboys have done well against the Shanahan defense is defend the run. It was the passing game where Christian McCaffrey ate him up. But Mike McCarthy said earlier today, while Aaron Jones is a fantastic runner, you also got to watch out for him out of the backfield.
Well, I mean, Aaron just loved his running style, just the way he, attacks the crease, no wasted movement. My time with him, the only thing was he was just light. He had some injuries there the first 2 years, but he's definitely someone. He's on the field, you better know where he is, because he's also dynamic out of the backfield. He has excellent hands, good route runner. Has a strong menu of routes. So wouldn't be surprised if you see more of that. But just a hell of a football player.
Now, Fred Robert Casares Jr., who is encouraging people to hit the like button, thank you, Fred, says they will win, but might struggle in the beginning. If they lose to the Green Bay Packers, McCarthy will be fired for losing in the first round or in the second round and be out the door. I find it very hard, very difficult to fire a coach that has won 12 games, 3 straight years, and brought you a couple of division titles. Especially with just the one and done nature that the postseason endures. Now, if they're embarrassed, I get it. But if they lose a close game at home because Green Bay just played extremely well, I find it hard to let go. Did we learn nothing from Michigan? Michigan, who just won the national championship. Remember, Michigan went 0-5 against Ohio State, which is a fireable offense at Michigan. They saw it through. They continued on with Jim Harbaugh, and it led to 3 straight college football playoff appearances and finally a national championship. I understand microwave, instant society, and search for instant gratification and success that we live in. Hell, I'm living it right now with the Houston Texans. There is instant success between a rookie quarterback and a rookie head coach. I'd be lying if I told you that this was my expectation. And I think this could be their ceiling, that they could be a playoff team and possibly win the division. Yeah, I said it on the show. But did I expect it? No. And 6 to 7 wins would have been incredible. And I would have taken that and been happy with it. I understand that it's been 30 years. But if you keep hitting reset, all you're doing is resetting their clock to win a Super Bowl. That team still believes in Mike McCarthy. That team still plays for Mike McCarthy. And barring something catastrophic, I think Mike McCarthy is fit to lead this team. Do I have my issues? Yes. Every coach has issues. You can find a fault with any head coach across all of the NFL. But that would be about as ridiculous as firing Mike Tomlin this year when those groans started getting louder and louder. Mike Tomlin's back in the playoffs with Mason Rudolph. Like, I understand Mike Tomlin's flight. He wins despite not having a quarterback. And he did it with the corpse of Ben Roethlisberger for the last 3 years of his career. Some of it falls on roster construction. Not all of it always falls on the head coach. And I've been quick to point out a lot of Mike McCarthy's faults, but he has a lot of positives as well. And I think 3 straight 12-win seasons is building towards something. And this team, while not completely different from previous iterations, is different from previous iterations. They've cleaned up some things. They've got better at things. And I think they have a better chance to make a deeper run this year. But I'm not ready to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Not yet. Not in terms of Mike McCarthy. Not unless something horrific happens this offseason. Because I'm not sure that there's anything technically better out there. We've seen what's happened in New England without Tom Brady. Does Bill Belichick really entice you? Does Bill Belichick and Jerry Jones, as good as a relationship as they may have, according to Ian Rappaport, who said this on the Pat McAfee show earlier?
Yeah, Rap Sheet, you mentioned Seattle and the stuff with Pete Carroll. I think we all kind of felt the same. Seems like he definitely still wants to coach, so that whole situation's weird. But then they were talking about Dan Quinn being a likely replacement in Seattle. How likely is that to happen? And also, does that make Jerry's decision to get a guy like Bill potentially easier if Dan Quinn leaves? Does he go ahead and just, barring whatever the Cowboys do in the playoffs, fire McCarthy and then let Bill bring his own staff in?
Well, I think, first of all, the relationship between Jerry Jones and Bill Belichick is a really good one, right? So this would not be like I'm not saying anything's going to happen because I really do think McCarthy stays. But if something does happen, there's a long history there with Belichick and Jerry Jones.
There may be a long history. I don't think it'd be a great working relationship because of how Jerry is with the media versus how Bill is with the media. Polar opposites. And I don't know, even with the coaches that are out there, by the time you would make a move on Mike McCarthy, because remember, Jerry goes dark for about a week after a playoff loss. There's no radio show. He takes time to evaluate things and make a level-headed decision. And I applaud him for that. I think when the dust settles on this season, wherever he may end up, whether it's in a Super Bowl or out in the divisional round or even the wild card round this weekend, I think Jerry will step away, reflect on the season, notice that Mike McCarthy made Dak Prescott the best version of Dak Prescott this year, and run it back because there has been growth in this team. And it might not always translate in a one-and-done situation in the postseason. This is Extra Innings with Pleasure. I am James Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM and SASportsStar.com. When we come back, Stephen Jones joined the Blitz a little bit earlier today. I'll let you hear that interview. Plus, the Texans and Browns. It's different, but it's still terrifying. I'll explain next right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM and SASportsStar.com.
It's the Cowboys and Packers. The playoffs are here.
I like this kind of party. Let's go now. You fire the first shot.
Sunday afternoon at 2:30.
Prescott's going to throw it in the left side of the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Hear it here.
How about them Cowboys?
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-970-3199. That's 800-970-3199. 800-970-3199.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson for Tri-County Meat Market, your locally owned full-service meat market. Tri-County has two great locations, Huebner Road and Ralph Fair, stocked full of everything you need to up your grilling game. You're looking for the perfect cut of beef, they've got it, and if they don't have it, they'll cut it for you. Roast chicken, prepare foods, they've got it. The 5 for $25 is always in play. If you're a first responder, 10% off the best meat you're going to find. Tri-County Meat Market. Head over to either location, put some good meat on the grill, and thank me later.
When was the last time you went to the dentist? Need a new dentist? Hi, Jason Minix here. Go see my dentist at Smile Structure Dentistry and Braces. Smile Structure can handle all your dentistry needs, from general dentistry to oral surgery, orthodontics for the kids, or Invisalign for adults. Mention this ad, get a free exam and x-rays. Veteran owned with 5 San Antonio area locations. Learn more and book an appointment online at smilestructure.com. That's smilestructure.com.
What's holding you back from learning the language you've always wanted to know?
Too hard.
Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's lessons take just 15 minutes a day.
15 minutes isn't long.
Nope. And they're fun. So you don't realize you're learning a language, but you are. In 3 weeks, you're able to start having conversations. And Babbel's lessons are built around real life.
And with Babbel, it isn't hard.
It's perfect.
Start learning a new language today. Go to Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Jackson Hewitt has a plan to get your tax refund fast with a buck here, buck there, here a buck, there a buck, everywhere a buck.
You don't have to wait weeks for your tax refund. Get money sooner with a no-fee refund advance loan at Jackson Hewitt.
On this loan, there's a money today guarantee. E-I-E-I-Do.
Don't settle for chicken feed. Get fast bucks at Jackson Hewitt today. No-fee refund advance loans by Republic Bank offered to eligible clients. Money today guarantee if approved for a loan on a prepaid card. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. That's right, get same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
It's the Mike McCarthy Show every Friday morning at 7 and 9 with R&R in the morning.
I'm all about winning. So when it has to do with winning, then it's part of our operation, our messaging, and our outlook.
A look at the Cowboys' upcoming game presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I am James Pleasure. We're going to talk Texans coming up here in just a second, but a little bit earlier today, the Blitz. Talk with Cowboys Executive Vice President and COO, Stephen Jones, about the upcoming playoffs and the shakeups in the coaching world.
And now it's playoff time. Let's talk about it. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joining us here on the Buyers Barricades guest line. And Stephen, we were just playing a soundbite of Mike McCarthy's press conference earlier about the difference of Dak this year. What have you noticed from your vantage point with Dak as the year started to where he is now getting ready for the playoff game this weekend?
Well, I just think he continues to to get his hands around more and more around Mike's offense. But more than anything, I just think, Dak's grown as a player, as most great players do. I know when Tony Romo played, one of the things he was the most remiss about was, having to retire because of injury, because he felt like he had his hands around the game better than he had ever had them. And, I think that's where Dak's getting. He's starting to really the game's slowing down for him. He really understands, what he's trying to accomplish. Obviously, a lot of new wrinkles with Mike this year. Whether it's a CD, whether, it's his offensive line, the whole work. So he's just really, come a long ways this year in terms of eliminating the turnovers, which were at the top of his list. I read somewhere where he said he was going to throw less than 10 interceptions this year, and he did it. So good for him.
Yeah, I like that when a guy puts his money where his mouth is, Stephen. That's a good thing. Speaking of the offensive line and the health of the team overall heading into the playoffs, it looks like you guys are in pretty good shape. I know there are a couple of guys that you're still looking at, but overall it looks like you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I just think we're healthy. I mean, you hate not to have a guy like Leighton Vander Esch. You hate not to have a guy like Diggs, who is one of the best corners in the league. But overall, I'd have to say, when you go through a full season, things have worked out for us there, and it looks like we're going to be healthy heading into the game. Stephon Gilmore obviously coming off his shoulder situation, but looks like he's going to be able to play.
When you think about hosting the playoff game this weekend and the way things worked out towards the end of the regular season, potentially 2 home playoff games. And, man, if things really work out, maybe even 3. What's the biggest concern for you guys front office-wise heading into this weekend with Green Bay?
To the playoffs. I mean, that's just you win or you go home. And, Green Bay's in the playoffs for a reason. Their young quarterback loves playing at a high level. Finished strong. I think it's 7-3 after a slow start. But, it's playoff football. They're in it for a reason. We're going to have to execute. They're going to play at a high level. Certainly we play our best football at home. And as you said, it was so key for us to to get those home games, especially after, it didn't look so great. It wasn't looking promising about a month ago, that we would end up with the home games, but it worked out for us. And I just think we're looking forward to, playing in front of our great fans. And, if we go out and execute and play the way we're capable of playing, we can accomplish some things that this team wants to accomplish.
Stephen, you've been around for a while, and you know how it is with the Dallas Cowboys. That the success that Mike McCarthy has had with the Cowboys in the regular season has been fantastic. Playoffs, there's been a stumble or two, but it just seems like everybody's trying to get rid of this guy. Is that just because he's the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, I had a similar conversation, earlier today with the reporter. Whether you're the quarterback of the Cowboys, the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, whether you're the owner, whatever your high-profile role is, you're going to be in the crosshairs. And Dak does a great job of handling that. I think Coach McCarthy does an amazing job, as you said. He's had great success, 3-12 in 5 seasons now. Certainly, we want to take the next step in terms of our success in the playoffs. And then, of course, Jerry's been doing this for over 30 years. I've been doing it for over 30 years. And, it comes with, certainly a magnifying glass in terms of people want to evaluate the job that you're doing. But that's part of it. That's fair. And, if you want to have success in this league, you got to be able to certainly, that comes with the territory. And I think, all our guys do a great job of handling that.
Well, and certainly it comes with, being the Dallas Cowboy, but also a real reality with 25% of the NFL head coaching jobs open. Your defensive coordinator on a lot of lists right now, and seems to be the leading candidate for the head job there in Seattle. If that were to happen, how do you keep that from becoming a distraction this weekend against Green Bay?
Well, Mike's always done a good job with it. Coach Quinn's just outstanding in terms of how he handles his business. He knows, this is a great opportunity we have here. He'll prioritize the things the right way, and then certainly also be able to do the things that he needs to do if, in terms of any opportunities that may be out there for him. Obviously, if you're in this game, you ultimately, most guys do want to entertain, being a head coach, and certainly understand why Dan Wood, he's done it at a high level, been a Super Bowl coach and participated in Super Bowls, but he'll handle this the right way.
That was Stephen Jones earlier today on the Blitz. You can check everything out on our audio vault at sasportstar.com. It is powered by AA Best Bail Bonds. The Cowboys have look, we all want dynasties. Spurs fans were used to dynasties. Cowboys fans in the 90s got accustomed to a dynasty. They're hard to come by. And you have to take advantage of opportunities as they face you. The Cowboys have a very good opportunity that has presented itself this year as they have gotten home field advantage when it looked like there was a chance in hell that they could have. And a favorable schedule on their way to an NFC Championship game. This is the Cowboys' year. And it might be the last year that they have Dan Quinn as the defensive coordinator to be able to do it. And you could tell by how much Steven had mentioned Dan Quinn. He's important. He is the head coach of the defense of the Dallas Cowboys. Mike McCarthy lets him handle his side of the ball and gives him full autonomy. They have basically a head coach on offense and a head coach on defense. And that's the way the Dallas Cowboys are basically run. And it allows Mike McCarthy the ability to focus more time and effort, especially this season, on the offensive side of the ball as he was installing his new system. And it's paid dividends. What say you? 656 ESPN, 210-656-3776. Josh, I see you there. We're talking Texans next, right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM and sasportstar.com.
It's R&R in the morning.
Friday on R&R in the morning. It's Football Friday. That's right. Head coach Mike McCarthy joins us at 6:45. Silver and Black at 7.
And RJ Ochoa gets here at some point during the day. Listen to me close. Come and join us tomorrow. SA Card House. We get started early. We'll be there through 10 o'clock. A huge day will be had. Come see us. R&R starts at 6 a.m.
It's your wake-up call on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Don't miss out on limited time appliance deals during the closeout event at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save an extra $100 when you spend $999 or more on all major appliances. Hurry, these deals are too good to last long. Shop in-store or online today. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid 1/4 through 1/24. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for details.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
This is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This year, every plate is serving up their most sizzling deal yet. $1 steak every single week. Not only can you dig into 10 ounces of delicious steak for just $1, but you can enjoy every plate's other tasty meals for just $1.49 each. Whether you're resolving to save money or just want to enjoy every bite in 2024, America's Best Value Meal Kit has you covered. Get started with $1 steak every week and meals for $1.49 each with code MSJ49 at everyplate.com. Everyplate.com.
Get the home field advantage every time with Fairfield by Marriott, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Whether you're a student athlete working toward your championship dreams or your team's biggest fan, Fairfield by Marriott has everything you need to get ready for game day. From comfortable guest rooms to complimentary hot breakfast, Fairfield is part of the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio of hotels and official hotel partner of the NCAA. Visit fairfield.marriott.com to book your next game day stay.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
This is the home of the Aggies, and this is Andrew Monaco. You're locked on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I appreciate everybody that called in during the break. Martin seems to not have wanted to hold on, but had something to chew on. Houston Texans getting ready for a playoff game in the first year of the C.J. Stroud and DeMeco Ryans era as they get set to take on the Cleveland Browns, a team that housed them earlier this year in their own building. But that was without C.J. Stroud. That was without Nico Collins, or a very limited Nico Collins that went out early. And it was without Akaimi Fairbairn and it'll be different this time around. Now, I'm not going out and guaranteeing victory, but I do think that this is going to be potentially one of the best games of Wild Card Weekend in terms of just how close it could be. Joshua called in wanting to talk about the Texans and Browns. Josh, what's going on? You're on Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Hey, Pledge, thanks for taking the call.
Of course, brother.
Thank you. I think this Texans game is going to come down to, yes, there's C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins are back, and I think that's going to make the biggest difference. But the real difference of this game is going to be how Bobby Slovic uses Brevin Jordan in the tight end with motioning him around, because the Cleveland Browns are going to play a heavy man coverage, and they're going to lock up both the receivers. The cornerbacks are very good. Like you were telling me during the breaks on the phone, Grant Delpit is the guy that's out for him, and I know he's a very good safety.
Very good safety, not Denzel Ward, though.
Exactly, not Denzel Ward. Yes. Denzel Ward might be in a walking boot, but I don't care what it is. He's going to play, and he'll do his best on Nico Collins, and Nico Collins will not affect the game like he did in Indianapolis. But I think this game will come down to Dalton Schultz and Brevin Jordan making plays, either being motioned around, having to beat man coverage. Dalton Schultz doing what he did against the Tennessee safety by taking their hopes away from all of the Tennessee fans and taking out an interception and making it a catch for Dalton Schultz. So it's going to have to be a game that those guys win. I think this defense will be massively better. I believe Jonathan Grenard, I don't know if he's out. That's going to be a huge blow. But the Texans do have a lot of key players back. And
looks like Jonathan Grenard possibly back. He was breaking down practice on Wednesday out on the field. So,
then we got our dogs back. So we're going to be good on that defensive end, that defensive side. And remember, Joe Flacco, he still throws some picks.
He does.
He'll still mess around and throw that ball to Derek Stingley. I know Steven Nelson having a down year, but as long as Derek Stingley can lock down Amari Cooper and follow him and not let Amari Cooper do what he did to Houston last game, we'll be all right. But again, I think DeMeco's going to be in his bag, and he's going to have some new wrinkles to his defense that's going to prove to be too much for Stefanski, and I think that's where it's going to edge him out. Probably win by 3 points, but I think this is a definite Houston win. And remember, tickets are already sold out for this game.
They are. I appreciate the phone call, Josh. You're right. It's sold out. The crowd's going to be lit, and I cannot wait for playoff football in Houston again. We'll talk to you tomorrow. This is Extra Innings with Pleasure. Coming up at 7:45, we got Michigan State and Illinois and some Big Ten basketball here on San Antonio Sports Star 94.1 FM.
There's nothing I love more than to buy a 5-year, 10-year, 15-year-old car with great miles and great condition, especially the kind that you might have inherited from a loved one. My name is John Clay Wolf, CEO of America's Best Car Buyer. GiveMeTheVIN.com. You can go to GiveMeTheVIN.com, put in your license plate number, bada bing, bada boom, get a number quickly and at the top of the market. We love to buy cars.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
If you can't sleep because of annoying knee pain, that's a problem. If you stop running because your feet always hurt, that's a problem. If your elbow, shoulder, and neck pain make it impossible for you to do your job, that is a problem. And it's time to finally do something about it. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett from Arasti. At Arasti, we fix pain fast. No medications, no injections. Arasti treatment is completely natural and non-invasive. Plus, we accept most insurance plans. There's a location near you. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
SA Card House, San Antonio's premier card house. Tomorrow, R&R is broadcasting live on site at SA Card House ahead of the weekend festivities. 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Come get your day started with us tomorrow at the one and only SA Card House at 281 in Bitters.
The best place to catch the NFL action this weekend is at Twin Peaks. And this Sunday, San Antonio Sports Star will be live out at the Twin Peaks Park North location to cheer on the Cowboys. Come Sunday Fun Day with us, starting at 1. 29-degree beer, tasty snacks served up by the lovely ladies at Twin. Chance some cool prizes with me, James Fletcher. That's this Sunday out at the Twin Peaks Park North location starting at 1. The best place to watch the Cowboys is at Twin Peaks. 4 San Antonio locations to serve you.
Progressive knows we're all trying to save right now.
Hey, at least we're still enjoying baseball on a Saturday night, right? Even if it is T-ball. Yeah, but tickets to the majors are just so expensive now. And who knows, maybe we're seeing a pro in the making.
Sure, in like 20 years. How is he safe? Boo! This ump stinks!
The ump is only 14. We don't really do that.
Oh, my bad. You're doing a great job, ump.
Progressive offers you savings without sacrifice. So save big when you bundle home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Are you a business owner in need of financing? Then you need Swish Funding, the better way to get the funding you need. Our simple application process takes just minutes, with funding as soon as 1 business day. At Swish Funding, we focus on your business cash flow, not your personal credit score. And we're ready to help with funding from $5,000 to $5 million. If you've been in business for 1 year and have monthly revenue of at least $25,000, you could get the affordable funding you need with no collateral at swishfunding.com. That's SWISH funding.com.
You're all set with your Medicare prescriptions, Mrs. Brown.
This is not just low-cost copays at Walgreens.
I can actually help you set up 90-day refills if you want.
This is having a partner you can trust. Get low-cost copays, 90-day refills, and delivery from your neighborhood Walgreens. This is being independent. Together. Walgreens.
Restrictions apply. For details, see walgreens.com/pharmacy.
Don't miss out on limited time appliance deals during the closeout event at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save an extra $100 when you spend $999 or more on all major appliances. Hurry, these deals are too good to last long. Shop in-store or online today. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid 1/4 through 1/24. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for details.
Are you tired of looking at your old, grimy, and mildewy bathtub, looking to replace it with a beautiful walk-in shower, but cash is tight? For as little as $89 a month, no payments for 12 months for consumers who qualify. Remodeling Loans can put you into a beautiful new walk-in shower in as little as 1 day. You can rest easy knowing that Remodeling Loans, a network of certified contractors, screened and handpicked by us, offers premier products, top-rated service, and value, increasing the beauty, safety, and value of your home. A new walk-in shower will also provide you with a germ-free, slip-resistant, safe, and beautiful new bathroom. Call 800-921-1403 and take advantage of our holiday special of free installation. Our agents are standing by, ready to schedule your appointment with our design team at no cost and no obligation to you. All callers will receive a free upgrade of premium colors just for calling today. A beautiful new walk-in shower is now within reach. Call 800-921
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Nick DeLuca. Big matchup for two of the top teams in the East tonight. Bucks taking on the Celtics. Boston's won 9 of their last 11, including 45 from Jason Tatum last time out against the Timberwolves. Bucks trying to get back on track. They've lost 4 of 5. Milwaukee making some noise early on top 39-23 in the final 23 seconds of the opening quarter. Dame Lillard has gotten it going early. 10 points, 3 of 6 from the field. Giannis with 9 on 4 of 6 shooting. Meanwhile, for Boston, Jason Tatum with 4 early on 1 of 3 shooting. Kristaps Porzingis leading the way for the Celtics with 6. He's 3 of 7 from the field. Elsewhere, Alabama moving on without Nick Saban, legendary coach, announcing his retirement yesterday after 16 seasons in Tuscaloosa and 7 career national titles. Tied, looking for a replacement for one of the greatest to ever do it. Oregon coach Dan Lanning, a former Saban assistant, is a name that's come up, but Lanning says he's staying put in Eugene.
Getting your name put in the conversation speaks to what we're doing right here, right now. But yeah, this decision's been made for me since I took this job. You know, I love what we have here. I love the support, the administration I have. I mean, we've got the things built to where we could be that team. And we just got to continue to take steps in that direction to get where we want to be.
Landing on the Pat McAfee show. Meanwhile, Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce says he intends to return in 2024. The 34-year-old did consider retirement briefly, but was never serious about it.
Hey, it's Greeny, and after a tumultuous week, it's time to turn our attention to Super Wild Card Weekend, the possibility of major fallout. We're talking about it. It's Greeny, starting 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
From Miami, Florida, to Dallas, Texas.
I'm ready.
How about them Cowboys? To you. This is Amber and Ian on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, and on Sirius XM Channel 80.
Coming up 1 hour from now, a 4-time Super Bowl champion and a man who worked under Bill Belichick and Pete Carroll, who happens to be very close to Nick Saban, will join us right here on Amber and Ian on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, Sirius XM at Channel 80. With Amber Wilson, I'm Ian Fitzsimmons. We appreciate you spending part of your evening with us on a very busy news cycle in the last 24 hours in the world of football, with Nick Saban retiring, Bill Belichick now no longer the head coach at New England, Pete Carroll out in Seattle. A ton to get into, and we'll get back to more of your phone calls coming up in just a bit here at 888-SAY-ESPN, 888-729-3776. But earlier today, I had the chance to